to Highway to Hell. And yeah, buddy, you got Grammy Mary here in my rocket chair here on this wacka-doodle Wednesday. Oh, and I took a couple of days off from the radio, and holy crap-a-noli, I feel like I'm a mature blonde. I don't know if I remember how to do this shit or not. Hope to hell I don't screw nothing up. So, how are y'all doing this evening? I hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous week. I know I've had 2 Mondays already this week, so hey, bonus round. I think, does that mean I can do without one next week? That would be really nice. I don't know if I can get away with it, but what the hell? Okay, let's see. I'm going to check out Fakey Book real quick because I know I got a couple peeps over there. Number one is the lovely Lisa B, and she's been sharing some things this evening that, thank you, dear. I'm going to get to at least one of those. She also shared there is a link for, hi, Miss Trish. I see you, lady. Seedthemovie.com. Check that out. It looks like it ought to be something very interesting. As a matter of fact, let me just grab that link real quick, and I will put it over in the chat, in the RLM, just so's y'all know. Lisa B has been sharing some fun stuff, and oh yeah, Highway to Hell, multi-lane Highway to Hell. And trust me, they may say their intentions are good, but there's an awful lot of them that, yeah, there are some ulterior motives going on here. Yeah, bud. Okay, I got one more little dinger. There we go. Shut that thing off so I don't hear the little beeps and you don't hear the little beeps. Facebook. Yeah, Lisa B is over here. The lovely Trish is over here. My baby sis is over here, as well as Weta. Hey, Weta, how you doing this evening? Thursday morning, that is true. Thank you for correcting me, Trish, but you're from down under, darling. And so you and Mary B both. I also see Kelly is over here. Hey there, woman. Dang, the ladies are ringing in loud and clear over here on Fakey Book. And lovely ladies they are. They're all my sistars. And that's SISTAR for those of you that do not know how this shit works, because these ladies are stellar. That's all there is to it. And yes, my dear. Oh, Trish is gearing up for the debate. Yeah, I'm in competition for Trumpelstiltskin and Shitlery. Yay. Don't I feel special? You're right, I don't. But oh well, what the hell? I do kind of act a little on the special side. Does that count? Free science. NASA just... Wow. Okay. Lisa B shared a couple of links here. I'm going to go ahead and post this one over in the RLM chat just because I probably won't get to reading it. But... y'all might be interested. It does look rather interesting. Okay, I'm going to go check out that effing site where all those effing people are that are just so totally cool. I see Grimmy is over here, as well as Bubs Monkey is here. Hey, Bubs, how you doing? And looky there, Deplorable Catty Scatbrad is here, as well as the lovely Mary B and Bo Diddy and Zero Gov and yours truly. Yep. I'm here, kinda, sorta. I ain't swearing by, well, I'll swear, but other than that, excuse me, damn it all. Hate when that happens. Okay, and finally, over in the RLM chat, which is where you need to be, if you want to give me shit, at least, is right there on top is a missionary man. Hey there, Asmo. How you doing? You are always on top, honey. You really need to learn another position. That's all there is to it. I also see Barman following close behind, as well as the lovely Beth A, who's been having some wonderful weather up in her neck of the woods and doing some yard work. I'm so glad you were able to do that, sweetheart. Really does the body good to be able to get out there in the yard and putter around with the dirt. I also see Grimmy is here, who I think was also doing some yard work, but it was not quite so fun. And I understand how that works too, Grim. I have done that myself a time or two. Most of the holes in my yard are from my puppies who decide that, oh, hey, she's going to come along and mow here in a few days, and we're going to just leave this little trap for her. And they dig a little hole, so I step in, and then they just kind of go, ha ha, gotcha, little turds. Oh well. I also see the lovely Moose Girl is here. Hey, woman, how you doing? Yep, see, Grimmy is the grimy middle of a lovely lady sandwich again. And the lovely Kate is following close behind. And Kate had absolutely wonderful weather down in the great state of Texas today. Needed a drink there. And looky there, trust no one. You know what, sweetheart? I trust everyone to do whatever suits their base instinct. Unfortunately, that's not always something pleasant for the rest of us, but hey, go check out Shitlery if you want to see just how base some people can be. I also see Aliased is here, also another one from Down Under. And looky there, Atomic Punk, as well as Chloe is here. Hey there, hippie woman, how you doing? IB Don C is in the chat this evening, and IB Don C also had some damn nice weather this afternoon. IB Don C work is also showing up in the chat, and looky there, Java Doctor 2 is in the house. How are you doing, sweetheart? Still have not seen those baby pictures yet. I'm going to pout until I get to see them. And looky there, Rob Works is here. Where's that bubbler, hun? I think it's time for a bubbler. I've had 2 Mondays. Did I not tell you that? I think I need a bubbler. I also see Sock Puppet is here. Hey there, darling. How you doing? And looky there, Clank is here. What a fun sound to make, unless you dropped something. And then it's not necessarily a fun sound. And Colfax 101, yep, that's Prostitution Avenue. And last I heard, it still is out there in Denver, that mile-high city, which that has all kinds of meanings to it now. Etc. is here, as well as yours truly, giving everybody static. Grendel is here. That's a fun one to say. If I can get my Grendel going. And looky there, Jehovah 1. Jehovah 1. Holy Jehovah. Am I going to get struck by lightning now? I hope not. I really don't want to have a hole in the roof. Wanna Taco is here. You know what, sweetheart? That sounds really good. And I haven't had supper yet, and I got some rumblies in the tumbly, so I'm sure by the time I get done on the radio this evening, I'm going to be a starving Marvin. I also see Kazoo is here. How you doing, sweetie? And looky there. The lovely Mary B from Down Under is over here. Hey there, lady. How's it going on this wonderful Thursday morning for you? And looky there. Bot. Kind of like unskinny bop. So is an unskinny bop a slightly overweight bop? Is that what that is? I also see Peace Man is here. How you doing this evening, sweetheart? And Pond Sauce. Pond Sauce. Well, I'm still contemplating that one. RLM 97288 is showing up in the chat. Hey there, darling. Glad you can make it over here. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Tip Bob. You want a tip, hon? Don't go out with married men, so leave your husband at home. Unless you're a guy, and then it's don't go out with married women, so leave your wife at home. That's a pretty good tip, unless you really want to get in trouble, which that kind of leads to sometimes. Okay, what is that? Latest Windows 10 preview includes Ubuntu subsystem. Ah, well, that's kind of cool. Thanks for that little link there, Sock Puppet. Okay, and I see Beth has been puttering. I like to putter too. It's kind of fun, just kind of puttering around. Oh, and you got to listen to the wave. Oh, man, now you're making me jealous, darling, getting to listen to the waves. The only waves I get to listen to out here is the waves of grain, and that usually includes wind. And when we have wind, we have dirt. So, yay. Okay, let's see. Should give out maps to areas where the policymakers live. Oh, that would be cool. That would be kind of nice to have know where the policymakers live so we can go knock on their door and say, "Hi there. Remember what you just did like 15 minutes ago? Yeah, I'm here to let you know that yeah, you're an asshole. Yo-ho!" Okay. Wooden nickels, you know what, Grimmy? Wooden nickels are probably worth more than regular nickels anymore. Just saying. Okay, I am going to get to some fun stuff. My brother Joey shared this over on Facebook, and I actually had to open up a second link of Facebook so I wouldn't lose this because I really didn't want to do what? Pro tip, what, hun? Don't ever put your dating tackle in a running blend. That would not be cool. That sounds like it hurts. Ouch. I don't really want to put anything in a running blender except for, what I'm intentionally blending up. Because, and if I'm blending something, it's because I want a beverage. Usually I put some adult stuff in there as well, but hey, it's kind of the way I roll. Oh, Grammy's not going to watch any of the nonsense. Yeah, I don't want to watch any of that nonsense either. My mother's probably going to watch the debate. She and I had a wonderful time last weekend, but I think she thinks I'm insane. I can't imagine why. I tried to tell her I come by it honestly, wink wink, and she just was not going to own up to any of it. I don't know why. I mean, geez, Mom. You made me. The only reason I'm here is because you did the horizontal mambo with Dad. So, oh man, that's a thought I really didn't need in my head. Crap. Oh well. My dear brother Joey shared this over on Fakey Book. It is a lovely little poem from the secular Buddhist, or the secular Buddhist at least posted it. Forever and anon. So dust if you must. Dust if you must. But wouldn't it be better to paint a picture or write a letter? Bake a cake or plant a seed? Ponder the difference between want and need. Dust if you must. But there's not much time, with rivers to swim and mountains to climb. Music to hear and books to read, friends to cherish and life to lead. Dust if you must, but the world's out there, with the sun in your eyes and the wind in your hair. A flutter of snow and a shower of rain. This day will not come around again. So dust if you must, but bear in mind, old age will come and it's not kind. And when you go, and go you must, you yourself will make more dust. How fun! I could be Grammy dust. That's like pixie dust, only not quite so sparkly. It's just a little on the tainted side. Maybe, is that the way I want to put that? Okay, come on. Don't give me no shit here. What was that? Oh, I was giving a tip to Tip Bob. Oh, well, thank you ever so much, Sock Puppet. I truly appreciate that. And Vinny showed up finally. About damn time, young man. What the hell you been doing? Oh, you been puttering. I see that. And Moosey's been cleaning toilets. Yay. You cleaned the toilet and bathroom during the last. Well, sweetheart, you were dealing with shit either way. Okay, looks like Sock Puppet is a pro putterer kind of guy. Oh no, a pro putterer is a guy that can't get it in the hole. Wow, that's really sad. That's very sad. Kind of sounds like a personal problem, actually. Um, Moosey, honey, you know what? You could probably listen to the debate and have a really good time with it. I know if I wasn't on the radio, I probably wouldn't be listening to the debate, but I would still have a good time going, yeah. Those two people, yeah. They're shit and shit light and they're interchangeable. And the only reason one is shit light is because, well, she's already got some anal leakage going on. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. Um, let's see. Checking some sort of funny thing here. Those that aren't going to watch debates seemingly have to state that they're not going to watch. Oh, I know. If you're not going to watch the debate, it's like, I ain't watching the debate. Are you going to watch the debate? I ain't going to watch the debate. It's kind of funny. Vinny is still puttering. Vinny, honey, that's a personal problem, and I don't know that the rest of the class really wants to know. Oh, goodness. Let's see. What is the point of a fucking chat room? I don't know. Moosey, honey. Oh, damn. F-bomb, 19 minutes in. A fucking chat room. Is that like a chat room on an X-rated site? I'm just curious. Because I don't know that I've ever been to a fucking chat room. I've been to lots of chat rooms, and there's been several chat rooms where there have been people in the chat room that made me wish to hug them around the neck till they shut up. Oh well. Dust if you must. See that now that this poem just gave me a wonderful excuse to not dust. And seeing as how I had so much crap, Pringles light. Oh, that Olestra is illustrious. Illustrious Olestra. I wonder if some hillbilly somewhere is going to name their child Olestra. This is Olestra. Wow. If that child has bowel issues, I'm going to say it's all because you named him that. That's why. Okay. Let's see. What do I have? There were several things that I found that I thought, okay. Yep, pretty much Highway to Hell. So, here is one. I don't think I did this last week. Oh, stay off of those? Okay. I'll take your advice on that, Sock Puppet. I think the only time I've ever been to a porn site was I got there accidentally, and it was like, holy shit, how in the hell did this happen? Oh, somebody's calling me. They're just going to have to wait till I get done on the radio. That's all there is to it. Thank you, darling. Okay. Excuse me. Hi, Rascal. Key Cat's up here trying to help. Okay. This is from truthout.org. I'm an anarchist and I vote. And I'm thinking, wow, how oxymoronic is that? Or do I just not understand the whole oxymoron terminology? Could that be it? 'Cause an anarchist that votes. Well, apparently this is greetings from Trumplandia. also known as the 2nd Congressional District of Maine, which is now polling for Donald Trumpelstiltskin. I have called Lewiston, Maine, home since 2001 when I moved there for university as a teenager, and I'm currently finishing a PhD. Is that like piled high and deep? Is that what that PhD stands for? Oh, finishing a PhD in Quebec. I didn't know you could get a PhD in Quebec. I didn't know that was a line of study. Or am I looking at that wrong? Oh, this is from where most of the writer's Lewiston neighbors' families emigrate. Let's see. And arriving to work in now shuttered textile mills and shoe factories in the late 1800s and the yada, 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 yada. Okay, moving along. For the last 6 years, I've watched a disgusting Trump mini-me named Paul LePage destroy the lives of working-class neighbors. Oh, I can leave the oxy part out? Well, OxyClean. I'll just use that Oxy Boost and wash it right out. How's that sound? I'm going to wash that moron right out of my hair. Or maybe not. Oh. You never go anywhere with, oh. Okay, let me see. FNet, OFC, da-da, da-da, da-da. I'm going to catch up here because what's this? Fucking chat room. Oh, pornographic journalism. Is that what that is, Peaceman? Okay. Well, and Becky. Becky's here. Hi, Becky. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm so glad you could join us. You know, Grim, I'm starting to think that maybe, yeah, you can knock out the oxy part and just have the moron here because I started reading this and I thought it would be kind of fun because it's like someone that proclaims himself to be an anarchist and yet they vote, but I'm losing interest in it really quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and share it with y'all because it's like, I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. Cleveland won the baseball thing. Oh, is that? Okay. Were they playing the Blue Jays? I had to listen to the game the other day when I got home with my mom because she likes the Cubbies. So, we listened to the game on the radio and it's like, I haven't listened to baseball in like forever. Until Sunday. Then I got to listen to it. Okay, let me put this over here on that effing site as well so y'all can peruse this if you wish to. Hi there, HWR. I see you. Forget the press. Read the internet. Yeah, there you go. Oh, the press is that like a printing press or is that like an iron and you have to have an ironing board as well? And is that board like a board of directors or is it just someone that's bored shitless? So many ways to use this. So many places to go. The English language is so fun. Have you ever noticed that? You can take words and just go all a kilter with them. And then you can make up words. I do that quite frequently. Just because I can. And usually people look at me like, what the hell did she just say? Figure it out. That's all I got to say about that. Channeling my inner Forrest Gump. Okay. I'm bored with you, little Mr. Voting Anarchist. You make me crazy, and that's a very short drive. Okay, I got to go to this one because Bub shared it in the chat over on the effin site, and it's not very often that I see Bubs share stuff to start with. But it's like, oh, goody, Dangleberry signed another executive order. And, you know, every time they show a picture of him signing, myself, as a Southpaw, I'm offended. Because I think, dude, did nobody ever teach you how to write properly as a Southpaw? You don't have to do that whole contorted bullshit stuff. Why the hell do you do that? Are you like a right-handed wannabe when you write like that shit? That just looks really, really uncomfortable to me. Write like a normal person, just like righties write, only with your left hand. Because left-handed people are in the right frame of mind. So that's my story, except for you, because you write weird, because you do that contorted bullshit. But in any case, apparently, there was some kind of ceremony. According to the Borowitz report, in an Oval Office ceremony on Wednesday morning, Dangleberry signed an executive order requiring the loser of the 2016 presidential election to leave the country forever. Oh, is it too late for me to run for president? I think I'm going to put my name on the ballot. That would be cool. Would he pay for my ticket? Can I pick my destination? So many questions, so little time. Apparently this will help the healing begin, the POTUS said. The executive order calls for the loser of the November 8th election to depart the country on the morning of November 9th and never return. This is how we get rid of politicians. They lose, and then they have to leave. And see, other countries then get to have our losers. Because I'm sure they have a village somewhere that is minus an idiot. And so, there you go. It's a permanent home for them. Whoever it turns out to be, the POTUS said, is supposed to leave. Obama acknowledged that the executive order marked a departure from American electoral tradition and added, "A lot of goodwill comes of this." The two most recent losers of U.S. presidential elections were John McCain and Mitt Romney. And they haven't left yet. Damn it all. I really wish they would leave. Oh, Moosey. I've had people yank my chain before. And that's the wonderful thing about the internet. I can still infect your mind. Okay, let me... Excuse me. I pulled up the original link so I can peruse a little further. Oh, and it doesn't go any farther. Well, why in the hell did you bring me to another link if it doesn't go any farther? What the hell? Damn it all. Okay, for more news satire, visit the Borowitz report. Well, I think I'll just have to go there. Clinton is hoping to guarantee victory by inviting Trump to debate. Well, I think she already got that on a silver platter. It's just the rest of us don't know it yet. Or, well, some of us know it, and the rest of them are going, wait, no, I want to vote yet. Vote lots, vote harder. Oh, goodness. Oh, Becky hasn't seen any debates or any political commercials. Booyah for you, Becky. Way to go. Okay, what was this? Oh, John. Oh, I love John Oliver. Okay, I'm catching up on the chat here, in case you're curious. Ah, Chloe's a southpaw too. Yay! See, now, Chloe, I have a brother that can write either right-handed or left-handed, which I used to be able to write almost as well right-handed as I could left-handed. I just haven't practiced for a while. But my brother that can write with either hand, he can write frontwards and backwards as well, and with either hand. And it's really freaky-deaky because he sent me a letter, shortly after my divorce. He sent me a letter that was all written backwards, and I had to hold it up to the mirror to read it because it was in cursive and backwards, and it was like, Dammy, you butt munch. This is so very clever of you, but I'm going to get you for this, just so as you know. Okay, Grimmy wants the losers to stay and kick out the winner. Grimmy, how about we kick them both out? You know, I actually still kind of like my idea of the whole Rock'em Sock'em Robot thing, which, you know, instead of having the Rock'em Sock'em Robot game, how about we attach Shitlery to one side and Trumpelstiltskin to the other side, and the populace, via votes on the internet, gets to push buttons that makes them move towards each other, or, you know, do the kick in the crotch kind of shit or whatever. But they can't get away until somebody's a bloody mush on the pile. Oh, that's my evil twin sneaking out. I do think that sounds fun, though. A life-sized, wow, life-sized Rock'em Sock'em Robot. That would be so fun. Please posit your position on the topic of, should government exist in any form at all? Okay, government in any form. Wow, that's a toughie, because I think one way or another, even anarchy is a form of government. When you get right down to it, it is a form of government. So in that context, yes, I do think in some form it should be, you know, because I mean, I don't believe in any kind of centralized government at all. I don't believe in any kind of one size fits all kind of government at all, which is a rather all encompassing phrase all by itself. But no, I don't think there should state government. I don't know. I'm still kind of, I almost kind of wonder if maybe we shouldn't do a draw straws kind of thing, and if things need to be decided on like a regional level, or, you know, whether you're talking city or county or district or region or state or however, do a drawing of straws, and you know, those people that lose, the one that gets the short straw, are the ones that have to go and do the speaking for their area. And if they do a piss poor job of it, well, apparently while they are away and doing their speaking for their area, then nobody's going to be taking care of their shit. And if they do a good job, you know, as in be cooperative, as opposed to constantly compromising and bending over backwards, and the rest of us taking it up the old chocolate whiz way, you know, I think that would work quite well if people would just frickin' grow up, grow a pair, and start taking some personal responsibility. And if that doesn't work, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I need to find that game now. I know I've seen it places. I need to find that because, yeah, the evil twin in me wants to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And I'm going to put a Trumpelstiltskin face on one of them and a Shitlery face on the other one, and we're going to have some fun. How's that sound? Madonna offers oral sex in exchange for Hillary Clinton. Oh, no, Graham, I'm not going to go there. Please explain how services that people depend on would be delivered and by whom. You know what? See, that's the problem. People depend on services that they don't realize that if you took government completely out of the equation, you know, if you didn't rely on someone else that has the power to extort from you in order to provide a service, that most people, if they have a conscience, if they are caring individuals, if they are responsible individuals, will step up and do anyway. And if you would... You guys are talking about Madonna, and it's like, Damn. Have you guys seen Madonna lately? Seriously. I mean, if I was a guy, I don't think I could get it up. I just don't. Ew. Oh, wow. Now I have that. I really need to perfect my mental etch a sketch because that image is just, oh, well. Mouthwash. Yeah, she's going to be gargling a lot. Oh, another mental image. Sick and wrong. Sick and wrong. Okay. Uh, Back to services. Wow. And that's most definitely services provided that people depend on. Madonna is offering a service. Although, wow. Do you know where that mouth has been? Ew. Uh, okay, sock puppet, check out Max, Nebraska. Max, Nebraska is unincorporated. Yes, it is a very small community, kind of like where I live. And people around here, you know, the roads, if they get holes in them, people fill them. And you know, services that we a lot of times get provided to us are provided by companies. You know, like our natural gas and electricity is provided by companies. Other services, you know, like medical services or what have you, I think the medical industry has gone to hell in a handbasket, and all they do is give you dis-ease management. They wish to manage your dis-ease in a way that is most profitable for them. And odds are not exactly comfortable for you. So, yeah. Let's take garbage. Okay. Okay, for my garbage, see, out here we have a private company that handles that. And I fill a kitchen, you know, those 13-gallon kitchen trash bags. I fill one of those a month. Of course, it's just me, but I also recycle an awful lot. I have a compost bin and I have a burn pile. And out here you can still burn stuff. So I know I'm putting CO2 in the atmosphere. Egad, I'm such a horrible person. But I'm also making potash that's going to go into my garden that will help make my garden more fertile next year. So, hey, bonus. And you know what? The trees, they tend to like to breathe CO2 and then they expel oxygen. Wow, kind of cool how that works, isn't it? So those places, you know, a lot of places that people that I know, they have private companies that do the garbage. What do you need, government? Government is garbage. So, you know, if we could hire a private company to take out that garbage, I would gladly chip in to have it hauled off somewhere. I mean, it would have to be a toxic waste dump, but you know, we would have to figure out some place. How about would it be totally uncool if we put all politicians in like a space shuttle or something and say, "Hey, guess what? We're going to give you a trip to outer space. Although it's a one-way ticket, they'll get a really close-up view of the sun." Do you think that might make the sun implode? I hope not. But I think that would be a good way of getting rid of our toxic waste. Just kind of thinking out loud here. Let's see, other things that cities provide. Well, cities provide policing. But if you have neighbors that watch out for each other, like a lot of small communities do, you rarely need police. Rarely. Rarely. And actually out here in the boonies, the few times that I have spoken with our county sheriff, he said, you know, especially out here in this little community that I live in, the little two blinker, He just, if someone calls him and tells him about something, he just kind of pretty much says, well, you guys are unincorporated, and I would really prefer that you handle it yourself because, well, if I come out there, then all kinds of fun things get to be involved. Let's see. Privatizing all aspects of what government currently fleeces people with. Actually, I do believe privatizing is a better way, but not monopolizing. And I think that's where the problem runs into. You have people that monopolize things. I think competition is a good thing when it comes to that aspect. If you have competing people that like provide energy services. And if one is more expensive than the other, and yet it provides a better service, which one are you going to go with? Life would be so much better if we didn't have to deal with a monetary system. But hey, that's not going to happen anytime in the real near future unless the system totally crashes, and then we're going to have a lot of fun for a while. And yes, I do have neighbors, and my neighbors look out for me, and they call to make sure everything's okay. They come, if they see me outside, they walk across and chit chat, and I go and check on them. So it works, but you have to be neighborly. You have to be concerned about those around you, because really, and that's one thing that we learn or we know out here in the boonies. I know in the city sometimes it takes a while for an ambulance to get somewhere due to traffic or all that other fun stuff. Out here it takes a while because you are so far from ambulance services and all that other fun stuff. So, and yeah, ambulance services are a necessity. And who would take care of that? See, that's a really good thing to kind of ponder on, because I really don't know other than some kind of agreed upon entity. I don't like the whole government as it is right now, though, but some kind of agreed upon entity that needs to make those kinds of decisions. And something to where people do have to help support it in one way or another. But yes, Moosey, people have been conditioned to be dependent on the government. And it's kind of like Penn Jillette says, are you really contributing to a library when the government makes you pay for it? Or are you just being extorted into it? If I think a library is a awesome idea, then, as a matter of fact, I have one. But if I wish to support something, and really the private sector, as in people in general, normally do a way better job than the government does, because the government just does not police itself, or at least the current governmental system. And I know this even on a small local level. There is an awful lot of waste that goes on. Whereas if you had private people that did this, and they were compensated in one way or another, they would be more inclined to continue to do so if they are appreciated and compensated. So, people need to learn to work together. And that way you don't need government. That whole bullshit of you have to have government in order to make it work is a bunch of shit. Oh, and your neighbors are too stoned? I'm sorry, sock puppet. Apparently you don't really have I don't really want to diss on your neighbors because I don't know them, and voluntarism fails once it becomes mandatory, because then it's no longer voluntarism, is it? Simple network and voluntary efforts failed. Well, it's still working in Max, Nebraska, hun. Granted, it's not a large community, but it's still working. So, and I don't remember how long Max, Nebraska has been around. Read the blog. Which blog is that, sweetheart? Did you post a link? I will have to read that blog, but... Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one Chloe shared? Let me look and see here. Oh, no. People, people, people. You know, a lot of it is just a freaking mindset. And people have just grown accustomed to that mindset because it's easier. It's so much easier to not have to be accountable for your actions. It really is. And it's so much easier to blame someone else, you know, like that fictitious government that's always doing such vile and corrupted things. Ah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sock Puppet. He says it's not necessarily a matter that they get stoned. It's a matter that he has no faith in their ability to shoot the right person. And who is the right person? That's kind of in the Free Nodes blog. Okay, hun. I'll check it out. Moosey doesn't do the devil's weed. Moosey does the moosey weed. Because it's moosey weed. And no, getting stoned on weed doesn't make you a zombie either. Unless you're really, really, really... Okay, unless you got a metabolism like mine. And it's like 2 hits and I'm like... Okay. Oh, Vinny, what'd you have for supper? Fire in the hole? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Did I share the Borowitz thing over here? I get so easily distracted. Okay. Wait a minute here. I'm scrolling to see if I shared it. I don't know that I did. Or maybe I did. No, yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. Let me put it over on that effing site real quick. And then I will also put it over on Fakeybook. Because I do have some listeners over there. Thanks, bubs. Okay. I think I'll even give... Oh, the one clearly transgressing on you? Okay. Well, okay. I get that, hun. You just got to make sure that your neighbor has some... See, that's where you need to take it upon yourself to make sure that their aim is good. So that you don't have to worry about them shooting you. That's true, Excalibur, and welcome aboard, darling. Oh, and I see Dee Cheatwood is over here. Hi there, Dee. How are you doing, hon? Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to scroll back down here because I got to see somebody's... There's a full-on Easley? Really? Huh. Who's the fool? Oh, that's full. F-U-L-L, not F-O-O-L. Okay. Vinny, excuse me, you are so fun to pick on. You know that, don't you? It's because you're such a nose. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay, let me put this over on Fakeybook real fast. Really, really, okay, maybe not really fast because I'm obviously quite slow at this. But I got to thank Bubs for this. Okay. So, if I think Dangleberry's a loser, does he have to leave and never come back too? It's inquiring minds time, don't you know? Nelson! Hi, Nelson. How you doing, sweetheart? And welcome aboard. And Bo Diddy is also over here on Fakeybook. Hi there, hun. Okay. Oh, holy crap. I'm looking at my pocket and why, oh why, do I have Kim Kardashian on there? Something is really wrong with this. Okay. What do I have? Oh, I got to go to this one because Grimmy shared this. He actually sent me or messaged this to me. Bless your heart, Grimmy, because he knows I have an issue with buttons. This is from messynessychick.com. It's a brief compendium of when buttons ruled the earth. Button, button. Who's got a button? You know, my mother called me earlier today. I know, tangent, but it's related. She said, does your friend that does crafty things, does she like unusual buttons too? And I said, well, I'm sure she does, Mom, because she does crafty things. And so Mom says, okay, well, I got a cigar box full of unusual buttons. And I'm thinking to myself, she may not get those buttons. Because I may do crafty things with those buttons. Because there's a couple of little projects that I want to do that I need buttons for. And if she has enough of a certain kind of button, they would work just wonderful. And that would be part of my granddaughter's Christmas present. So, Lisa B., honey, I love you, but you may have to wait on the buttons until I pick through them. Just saying, hon. Because she's my mom. So there. But getting back to the buttons that Grimmy shared, I think we can all agree that buttons are extremely satisfying to push. Oh yeah, I like pushing buttons. Can you tell? Although I do push the wrong ones. Don't ever give me a button that says do not push, because my evil twin will take that as a challenge. Just saying. Oh well. But with our touchscreens, smartphones, tablets, and all the interactive technology we use today, it seems the only buttons we're pressing lately are those of our nearest and dearest. Those are fun to push too. I'm not just talking about those sad little keys on your laptop keyboard. I'm talking about those big, chunky, tempting, quite often red buttons that you simply have to press, or else you might just self-destruct. Hence my evil twin taking it as a personal challenge. Yes, I miss buttons. I don't miss buttons because I have a big clanky, and it's red too, buttons on my keyboard. Yay! Of course, the internet knows what I mean and has plenty of vintage control panel nostalgia to gaze at. And so without further ado, in praise of buttons, dials, toggles, and bulbs, lions and tigers and bears too, for that matter, I present you with today's brief compendium. What is today's? Oh, wow. Way cool pictures of the CERN electricity control room from 1970, and it's massive. Massive. And it's one keyboard with 5 phones. Oh, just think of all the buttons with those. No, they're rotary dials. Oh, cool. I miss rotary dial phones. I know. I'm kind of crazy like that. Oh, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Look at all those buttons on that car. What kind of car is that? Oh, a Citroen. Ah, okay. And the home of the future with all these lovely little buttons. Okay, Grimmy, this is a bunch of pictures. Oh, NASA control panel. And that looks like an x-ray of somebody's teeth. I had one of those big button phones. Oh, buttons, buttons. Anybody ever have a car, one of the older, like the Valiants, and the Dodge Darts that had the push button shift? Oh my God, those were so fun to drive. I learned to drive in one of those. Telling my age. Although, duh, I'm a Grammy. So, wow, Grimmy, these are really cool. Dude, and turntables for actual LPs that you listen to instead of going. How cool is that? That wasn't cool, but what the hell. Nifty neato, Grimmy, thank you. I'm going to play with this later when I have time to peruse and not boom. Oh, I'm sorry, Jehovah. Did I big bada? Somebody got big bada boomed by Jehovah. Were you smote? Nobody remembers those cars? Aw, that sucks. I used to have that book, Zen and the Art of actually, it was Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Is the book that I had. And I loaned it to one of the mechanics that used to work at the dealership, and then he quit, and I never got my book back. I will part. I will pout too. Yeah, because I just realized that sounded really weird. What? Couch melting strains. Oh, Moosey, I'm catching up on the chat over here. And I saw that couch melting strains, and my mind saw stains. Whoo! Wow, you know where my mind is. 100 years ago. Really, 100 years ago was 1916? That was a really long time ago. I wasn't here yet. I don't think I was even no, my dad wasn't even here yet. I don't even think my dad was a twinkle in somebody's eye yet. Ooh, somebody's oiling buttons. Oily. Oh, well, see, Grimmy, I won't have nightmares because that's like way cool. It's like, oh man, I like buttons. Button. Who's got the button? Yay! I like pushing buttons, except for when I'm on the radio, and then I always push the wrong one. Hi, TD. I see you, sweetheart. Okay, let me share the buttons over here. Button. I'm button busted. Wow, that sounds okay. Don't go there. Are people legally obligated to possess driver's licenses, insurance, license plate, and/or anything having to do with traveling on roads? Only if they are in participating in commerce. Yeah, I think that's the only way that you are legally obligated. Of course, it kind of sort of depends on the state, because some states you can get away with that shit, but I don't think legally you have to, that's all part of that lovely little, oh, but you must have insurance. Of course, now, they've written legislation that says that you have to have this, but, if it's all fruit of the poisonous tree, then it can all be thrown out when you dig out that nasty ass tree that's got deep ass roots. And it is quite literally a poisonous tree. It's poisoned people's minds. You have to, what? You don't have, oh man, you wouldn't believe how many people out here. You've been driving without a license? Because, I did that several years ago. I was totally flabbergasted because Lugster went for 15 years without a driver's license, just simply because he just never thought about renewing it. And then when he went to work in the oil field, he had to get a CDL in order to have a job. So, but that was commerce. He was driving in a commercial venue. Whereas if you're just traveling, no. No. Because you have a right to travel. That's kind of sort of one of those natural rights. Because if you didn't have a right to travel, well, then you wouldn't have the right to step outside your door, would you? Because putting one foot in front of the other is technically traveling. Especially in basketball. If you take 3 steps without dribbling, that used to be called traveling. And the last time I watched a professional basketball game, I saw several people take like 3 or 4 steps, and I heard no whistles, and I thought, what the hell? Are they buying off the refs? What's going on here? Of course, over the weekend, I went and watched a college volleyball game. Yeah, off on a tangent, but watched this college volleyball game, and I remember volleyball from when I played in high school, which, yeah, they had just invented balls back then. The bouncy kind, not the other ones. But, and they weren't rocks either, because they found that rocks broke fingers. In any case, if you served and the ball touched the net in any way, shape, or form, it was a service out, and it went to the other side. And even when my daughters played volleyball in high school, if your serve touched the net, it was a side out, and the service went to the other team. Apparently, nowadays, you can hit the net, and so long as it goes over the net, it's a good serve. And I'm thinking, how far has this everyone gets a trophy mentality gone? It's freaking insane. I mean, that was half of the skill of being an awesome server, was to be able to serve a bullet over that net, barely skim above the net, and have that thing still land in bounds. That takes skill to be able to do that. Now, I haven't watched Olympic volleyball in like forever, because I just don't watch TV anymore. Unless it's at work, and then it's like walking by and going, "Oh, that's still on? Holy shit." And then I keep on moving. But what the hell is wrong with expecting people to hone their skills? And if you cannot, do this amongst the rule, why change the rules because nobody is willing to go to the effort of perfecting their skills? That's part of the game, once the service is done, if it tips the net, then yeah, it's still fair play. And the volleyball tournaments that I went to was excellent, other than a couple of times where the ball hit the net and then went over, and I'm going, what the hell? What the hell? I had several people in the crowd explaining to me, the new rules, and I'm going, that's bullshit. But I really wasn't there for the volleyball game anyway. I was there to watch my granddaughter dance, and she did an awesome job. They danced to Thriller, and she did very good at the whole creeper part of the dancing, and she loved that part. But film at 11, which I still need to upload it from my phone to my computer and then to either YouTube or Vimeo or wherever, because whatever. Tangent. Let me come over and see what's going on. Legally, sticky wicket there. Legally is a bit of a sticky wicket, because legally is, just because something's legal doesn't mean it's lawful, and doesn't mean it's moral. Wow, that's a whole other can of worms. So, should a person exert their natural right to carry a firearm in any fashion of any type under the color of possessing the ability to protect themselves? Why, yes, they should. And the state of Kansas is an open carry state, and there are quite a few places here in the state of Kansas where people are actually encouraged to wear their sidearm visible to everyone. So, yes, I think you should be able to do so. Do these laws also fall under the constitutional aspect of abhorrent laws? I kind of think abhorrent and laws is kind of a redundancy. Abhorrent law. Abhorrent law. Okay, there are a few laws that are not abhorrent, but those aren't man-made laws. So, there you go. Oh, okay, I just caught up. Unhoned, unperfected skills are not skills. That is true, Grimmy. That is true. Okay. Oh, and you know what? Another thing that really, really infuriates me about people, and I know I touched on this last week. Someone had asked something about should there be a law against assault weapons? Any weapon, anything that is used as a weapon. Not necessarily not in defense, but a weapon in offense is by definition an assault weapon. Anything, even if it's a freaking pencil. A pencil, when it is used to attack someone else, unjustly or unjustified, as in not in defense of yourself, your property, your loved ones, what have you. Any weapon, anything that you use to attack someone else is a weapon. And it is an assault weapon, by definition. Least by my definition. Because if you're going to assault someone, you are either, unless you have a salt shaker and you're just going to go up and dump salt on them, which is a completely different, and that's kind of cannibalistic. But kind of creepy, actually. Ew. Okay. Oh, I have 2 new replies. Yay! Let me check out my replies. Just a sec. Yes, Excalibur, I see you are commenting, hun. Hillary will not leave the gravy train she has. Oh, honey, she's not. That meat suit has expired. I really, honestly, and truly believe she expired on 9/11. I think this is a body double, and her body double is going to rule with the iron fist that is pulling the strings behind her. Whatever it is. I think Shitlery is no longer amongst the physical realm. Not the Shitlery everybody's talking about. Well, thank you, Sock Puppet. I love it when people ask me questions like that, and it makes me think. No, not the pencil. The pencil is civil. Oh, the pencil rules? Well, I do like pencils. And pencils can make rule lines. Oh, Sock Puppet is wandering off to bury some dirt. Are you going to bury some dirt with dirt? I'm just curious. So is that like a dirt pit? Or is that like Dirk Pitt? Who wrote that? Who wrote the Dirk Pitt? Okay, brain fart here. He died, didn't he? Shit. I hate when I do that. It pops into my head and I just know but the name just ain't coming to me. Hmm. Huh. Oh, where you come from, it's the law that every home has to have a firearm? Cool beans. Well, I think they should. I think everybody should have some means of defense. So, crams a bomb in Ivy Dauncey's butt. Jehovah One, you just are not a nice person at all. Although I know you're a bot, or I really, really seriously suspect you're a bot. But that sounds very painful. Butt bombs. Butt bombs are usually not pleasant in the aromatic area either, but that dirt is dirtier than dirt. Say that 3 times fast. That. Oh, you know what? Over here on the effing side, Excalibur says that Dangleberry has no more executive orders left either. He's done. He's finished. He's a lame duck, and that's as it should be. What's that? Dirt, hard time filter contents. Ah. Okay. How much dirt is in a hole 4x4x4? I don't know, Grimmy, because I'm still stuck on that whole thing that my brother was doing to me when I was like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. Vinny, you're not supposed to tell everybody I had a brain fart. I have my headphones on, and so it's staying in there, and so my vision's going to get really foggy here in a minute. Or everything's going to get a green tinge to it. I haven't decided yet. But, okay. How much dirt? Okay, now, my brother told me he took his finger and he put a hole in the dirt. And he said, this is a hole in the dirt. And then he took his finger and he made another hole in the dirt. And he said, this is your head. Now, which one is your head? And I always pointed at the other hole in the dirt. So I don't know, Grim, how much dirt goes in a hole that's 4x4x4. A 4x4x4 dirt? Is it a dirt hole? And can you dig yourself out of a hole by continuing to dig? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, the circus is starting soon. Are they going to have midgets climbing out of a clown car? Oh, God, I said clown. People are going to freak out. Clown! Somebody's got a bob. Hi, Bob. You do know what a bob is, don't you? If you don't, I'm not going to tell you. Because, yeah, I'm not going to burst that bubble for you. Jehovah will shove a bomb up your ass, so. Oh. It's a hole. Well, Graham. God. Damn it all. You are such a butt munch. Shit. Got me live on the radio and everything. And Vinny just now noticed I have skid marks in my headphones. Well. See, I'm trying to color my gray hair naturally. Oh, man. I can't believe I fell for that. Who has an inflated vajayjay? Or don't even go there with that vajazzle shit neither. Because I don't want to know about that. Because that's just wrong. Oh, man. Trust no one? Honey, why are you blowing up your vajayjay? That's not cool, honey. It's not like a balloon. You're not supposed to. Besides, that hurts. Huh. Uh-oh, Vinny got a thumbs down. Oops. Honey, You need to learn to take rejection. It happens sometimes. You can't please everybody. And so I've just decided to please me. Because if I don't please me, I can't count on anyone else doing it either. So, it's kind of a Zen kind of thing. I know it probably doesn't make much sense to anybody. But really, actually, when you stop and think about it, if you don't take care of yourself to the point where you are no longer around, then how are you going to take care of anyone else? So you need to take care of yourself first in order to be able to take care of other people. And sometimes that means pissing other people off. And sometimes it means just kind of going, honey, I love you, but I just can't lie to you. You know, I mean that, yeah. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's a Hertz donut. But you know what the wonderful thing about a Hertz donut is? It has a hole in the middle. Okay, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Hi, Kim. And Valerie. Hi, Valerie. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, God. I probably ought to check Spreaker. I'll bet you Valerie's over on Spreaker. Bob. What is Bob? Bob is a battery-operated boyfriend. Peace, man, you don't have to rub it in that there's no dirt and a hole in the dirt. And if you have a 4x4x4 hole in the dirt, you still got a dirt floor, so there. Oh, you post a shit video and you get a thumbs down? Well, honey, if you posted a video of you taking a shit, I would... Okay. Oh, very true, Becky, I am. We cannot take care of anyone if we are not tuned in with ourselves. Beware of the caretakers. Yes, there are psychic vampires is what I like to. That's what I call them. And there are psychic vampires. They're energy drainers. And they just sap your will to live. Just suck it out of you. It's truly... You touch yourself, therefore you can touch another. I don't know. It depends on when you touch yourself. If you... No, this is not going to be an X-rated show. I know it's getting close to that already, but... Woo! Alrighty, Bob switched to Viagra. There you go, Bob. Wow, that's kind of sad. Becky, you didn't know that? Oh. You're welcome, hon. Oops. Okay. Let's see. I'm having entirely too much fun at this. You do know that, don't you? What is this? I gotta go to this one because it's like Andy Borowitz. Who are you, honey? Because this looks funny. Ooh, hey, I'm a poet and I didn't know it, and my feet are not Longfellows. I have small feet. Clinton hoping to guarantee a victory by inviting Trump to debate. Guarantee victory for who? What are the Vegas odds? That's what I want to know. And what is being denounced by Republicans as an outrageous dirty trick, Shitlery is seeking to seal a victory in the third POTUS debate by inviting Trumpelstiltskin to attend. How does that ensure victory? She already said it's her turn. She said that months ago. She's already been selected. Oh, this is in the Bicker Fest. My bicker's better than your bicker. The attention-grabbing invitation, which was widely seen as retaliation for the Trumpelstiltskin campaign's decision to invite Dangleberry's estranged half-brother to the televised forum, sparked howls of protest. It's a couple days late for that shit. from the Republicans who charged that Clinton was trying to gain an unfair advantage in the contest. Mm. I'm having a hard time trying to see Shitlery have an unfair advantage at anything. Because obviously, well, unless it comes to a lying contest, and then what do you do if a known liar comes up to you and says, "I'm a liar"? How? I need to find Confucius and ask him that one. In any case, the Clinton campaign chairman, John Podesta, defended the controversial invitation. If they're going to have Malik at the debate, then we're going to have Donald Trump. Two can play this game. Well, that should be interesting. I would like to see Trumpelstiltskin and Shitlery do Rock'em Sock'em Robots. But I could give a shit less what falls out of their pie hole. Because we all know what that is, and it's involved with Alestra, just the other end. Apparently they know that Hillary Clinton is going to try every trick in the book to win this debate, but inviting Trumpelstiltskin is really beyond the pale. She should be ashamed of herself. Well, it's kind of hard to be ashamed of yourself when you have no shame. I can't even call her a shameless hussy because I've been a shameless hussy from time to time, and it's quite fun. And she just doesn't look like she's fun at all. So, okay. How much dirt does Bob have in his glory? Oh, I don't even want to know. And what does Bob find at the bottom of the hole he dug? China. Let's see. A dude here got caught. Oh, man. He had wood. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Vin. Apparently some guy got caught taking his wood to a tree. Hi, Demon Atrax. I just finally saw you here. How you doing? Make like a tree and leaf. That's what it is. Ask Captain Kirk. No, I don't want to ask Captain Kirk on a tree. Because Captain Kirk just really, he goes off. And I just don't like that. Oops. And it's Spock that's dead. Guess he's not going to live long and prosper anymore, is he? Okay. Let me see. What else is... Dem operatives Robert Creamer visited the White House. Creamer. You know when you add cream to your coffee, it winds up looking like Dangleberry. Ooh. Was that a racist joke? No, it was a coffee joke. And I know coffee drinkers of the world are going to unite against me and say, you're a beanist. And maybe I am. So what are you going to do about it? I like beans. Yes. Give a shit about what? Okay. Hi, fucking Tom. Okay. Give a shit about what comes out of their pie hole. If you knew of an imminent threat to your optimal survival, would you care to know where the threat is coming from and what was said? Yes. I would like to know. But I find that, people in those positions like to spout all kinds of nonsense, BS, threats, what have you. But someone else is always the one that's doing the doing. Most of them, except for Shitlery, I could actually see her getting her hands dirty and enjoying it immensely. But, yeah. I would... I think they're all a bunch of bloviating pie holes, spouting whatever they spout because they think someone else is going to pay attention to them. And sometimes I think if people quit paying attention to them, will they go away? It's a comforting thought. If I just stop paying attention to them, they'll go away. Oh, that would be wonderful. I know, I just contradicted myself, didn't I? You know what? I am woman, hear me contradict. Contra. Don't go there. Okay, Bob switched to Viagra, and now he's all day. Oh, demon Atrax. Ew. Ew. Where it's coming from is specific by indication. Yes. I understand that, sock puppet. I truly do. But I really, really, really get tired of their nonsense. I get tired of the bullshit. And so therefore I tone it out. For the most part, I tone it out. Because it's like, ugh. They make me insane. Sure, I poke fun at it. Because, well, that's about all it's worth to me anymore. It's worth poking fun at. Because I think they're absolutely asinine. So, yeah, if there was a real threat coming at me, I would love to know where it's coming from. I don't know that I could necessarily stop it, though. That's a sad thing. Oh, Vinny. Oh, Vinny. Thanks, hon. I needed that state. Because I'm kind of like, thought pattern debunked. Sometimes my thought patterns debunk themselves. Sometimes my thought patterns change mid-thought. And I kind of have learned to embrace that. Doesn't mean I have to enjoy it all the time, but, I understand that sometimes I do that shit. And I truly appreciate it when people call me out on it, because then I have to go, wait a minute here. I just made absolutely no sense whatsoever. But you know what? I'm good with that. I'll admit it. Okay. Now I just need to work on trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to say and make some freaking sense of it. But until then, thank you, Vinny, from barstoolsport.com. A Florida man was arrested for having sex with a tree and calling himself God. More importantly, what's the deal with this flakka drug everyone is talking about? Which, oh, dude, seriously, did the tree get, oh, ouch. Did the tree get a little rough with you? Ouch. He looks pretty rough. Yeah. Apparently he was believed to be high on flakka, however you say that. It's something that I've never even wanted to try. Of course, there's a lot of things I just never really wanted to try, but hey, I digress. It's a drug that authorities say is sweeping the state. Is it a broom kind of substance? Apparently, he attacked a Brevard police officer after twice being shocked with a taser, while he repeatedly saying that he was God. This is according to officials. Kenneth Crowder, 41, of Melbourne, was arrested Friday on charges of battery on a law enforcement officer. Well, you guys were charging him, so what do you expect? What, you think he's a rechargeable Oh, not that kind of battery. Moving along. Resisting with violence and assault with a deadly weapon. Now, what's the difference between resisting and resisting with violence? Because from what I see a lot of lately, everybody resists with violence, even when they just look at them and go, what'd I do? Apparently, that's a violent act. Assault with a deadly weapon. Well, any weapon in the right hands, used against the right person, could be deadly. So, duh. According to the Melbourne police report, Crowder was spotted by witnesses running naked through the Melbourne neighborhood, yelling that he was God before committing a sexual act on a tree. Did he get slivers? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Wow. Thanks, Vinny. But, wow. There's some weird people in this world. And they all seem to congregate in Florida. Wow. What happens in the privacy of your forest? So, if a man in Florida fucks a tree and nobody is there to see it, did he get splinters? Inquiring minds want to know. I do not want to see film at 11, but then again, wait a minute. If no one was there to see it, then there won't be any film at 11 unless he was wearing one of those head cams. And I don't want to know about that either. Just not interested. Sorry. Although I do need to share this one. Because it's like, oh crap. That was the wrong thing to do. Never mind. I clicked the wrong one. Oops. How about I go back? Or how about I say, fuck it. They are just bigoted against arborsexuals. Oh, arborsexuals. Aha. I wonder if maybe Adam was the first one to try that. You know, from what I've read in my, Oh God, the Ultimate Autobiography, Adam humped pretty much everything. So, arborsexual lives matter. I'm happy for him. Okay. Let me... Moving along. Okay. Oh, that's the one. Okay. I couldn't remember what I copied. Oops. Apparently, I need to... Yeah. I got one more I need to get to. I just have to get to before I just kind of totally lose it this evening. As if I haven't already. My story, though, is that I haven't totally lost it. This has all been intended. Okay, just a sec. I gotta finish sharing this debate bullshit stuff. 'Cause, really? Oh yeah, I need the little brain sucker emoticon. Grammy, have I told you enough that I really love these little guys? They're so fun. They make posting a lot easier for me when I'm on the radio. 'Cause I'm somewhat digitally challenged when it comes to... And that works on multiple levels as well. That too. Okay. So, y'all have been hearing all these lovely things about, weed and what it's being used for, and weed whacking. That's going to be the next thing. Wow. Oh, don't go there. Of course, Grimmy was out weed whacking, but it wasn't the fun kind of weed. But apparently, of course, this is from February of this year, so it's kind of old news to probably some, but it's new news to me, mainly because I don't have to use these things anymore because I'm past that now. Apparently, there's this newfangled thing called weed tampons. It's the latest cannabis product for women. So, yeah, you can get your pooty poo high while you're on the period. And wow, that's a new way of taking care of the Mother Nature time of the month, ain't it? Well, Foria has released a tampon size suppository called euphoria relief for women suffering from menstrual cramps. What if you're not suffering from menstrual cramps and don't go there. The capsule is small cocoa butter based insert that is being marketed as a pain reliever for women's menstrual cramps. Blended with a 6-to-1 ratio of THC oil concentrate and cannabinoidal isolate respectively. THC works by targeting the nerves to block out pain, while CBD acts as an anti-inflammatory and as an antispasmodic by treating muscle spasms occurring from menstruation and ovulation. Okay, you need to have those muscle contractions, though, in order to expel. So I don't know that I'm sure I like the whole antispasmodic, but yeah, cramps, I had those. They were not fun. And yes, I could be a raging bitch when I had them. But then again, that was just one of those times where I actually had a valid excuse for being a raging bitch. Because I can be one anyway, when properly motivated. So, but there's all kinds of fun little links off to the side. Okay, each pack contains 4 suppositories and it costs $44. Holy shit! A heating pad's a lot cheaper. Damn! Wow, that's a lot of money for 4 suppositories. Just saying. What's a double negative? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oops. See, tangent. Okay. Didn't mean to post the same link. What link was that, hon? Oh, thanks, Moose. And that reminds me. God and rape trees? Wow. I don't want to know about it. Oh, Vinny, only you would have a love child with a willow. Only you. Was it weeping afterwards? I couldn't help it. I had to go there. I had to. You started it. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Whew. You know, Vinny, what's usually works really well is to say you left her in tears. And that way it just kind of leaves the whole thing open for interpretation. Oh, darling, I'm picking on you. Target. Wow. Okay. I gotta find my little bubbler dude. There. Seeing as how somebody was blowing up their vajayjay earlier. Here's a little bubbler dude to go with those weed tampons. Yay! Okay, I got reminded of something and then there it was gone. Did I? Children. Here we go. From wearechange.org. Did I do this last week? I mean, okay, I remember what I had for breakfast today, but that's about as good as I can get. Oh, and I remember what I had for supper last night. But I don't remember if I did this last week. It's dated August the 5th. About the unvaccinated children that appear to be immune to a mysterious virus spreading in the Midwest. Someone please let me know if I have done this before, because if I have, I'll just go ahead and reshare the link. And I know there's a delay and all this other fun stuff, but apparently the Inquisitor According to the Inquisitor, a mysterious virus known as EVD68 had spread across the Midwest at a rapid rate, and many children had been hospitalized with the virus, about 475 in Kansas City alone, and there is no known vaccine to lessen the effects of the virus or protect those that had yet to acquire it. Apparently, there's an outbreak in Colorado, Missouri, Utah, Kansas, Illinois, Ohio, and 4 more states. Okay, you've already listed those states. Why the hell can't you say the other 4? Now they're testing my geography. It looks like Georgia and, okay. Now it's really testing me. Okay, that's Virginia and West Virginia. So Georgia, is that, okay, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Colorado are the highlighted portions of the map. Yes. You hear an accent? Who's got an accent? Breakfast of Champ. What? Huh? Yes, hemp is more durable. Half a gram. I don't want to be split in half. That sounds painful. I don't want to be half a gram. Okay. Had this chick made fun of for... Oh. Okay. Back to my story. Since nobody's telling me, yeah, you did that already, I'll just do it. I just do it. Apparently, the symptoms can mimic those of influenza virus, but can have a much more dire impact on those that fall ill. Dr. Marianne Jackson, a hospital's division director for infectious disease, shared her concern with CNN. It's worse in terms of scope of critically ill children who require intensive care, and I would call it unprecedented. I've practiced for 30 years in pediatrics, and I've never seen anything quite like this. Have you ever noticed that all doctors practice medicine? That's really not a comforting thought when you think about it like that. They're practicing. You would think after all of those years of training that they would actually, have that down instead of practicing. So what exactly are they practicing at? Being Dexter wannabes? Obscure HBO reference there. Although I've never seen that show, I've seen enough YouTube clips. Wow. Okay, that didn't make any sense. I know who Dexter is. Let's just put it at that. There is reportedly no known vaccine or cure to the virus. Whole grams cannabis. Okay, thanks, Peace Man. Let's see. And the scope of it, okay. And the scope which it can reach is unknown, although those that became infected are following a common theme. They have all been vaccinated with MMR vaccines, influenza vaccines, and polio vaccines. Every damn one of them. And I think I have one other link in my pocket that it's from Humans Are Free that I will also share. I don't think I'll have time to get to it this evening, but I'll share it along with this one. Of course, many of the children in the United States have been vaccinated, and most are required to be vaccinated in order to enter school. However, it is interesting to note that the illness is not occurring yet in children that have not been vaccinated. William Schaffner, not to be confused with Captain Kirk, who is the head of the Department of Preventative Medicine at Vanderbilt University, has not shared that EV-D68 has only infected vaccinated children, but does share his concern about the virus. Most intraviruses cause either a little bit of a cold or a stomach illness. A few cause meningitis. Oh, well, isn't that just a lovely thought? This one is, if you will, the odd cousin. It causes prominent respiratory system symptoms. Why it does that? We're really not sure. But we're going to keep pricking your kids because we're pricks, and that's what we do. Oh, I mean vaccinating. Yeah. You're going to feel a sharp prick. Thanks. There's no doubt that the outbreak of EV-D68 is quite scary and maybe more dangerous than the RSV virus outbreak of the late 1990s. Many parents are wondering what they can do to keep their children protected and shield them from contracting the virus. And here we go, CNN. Oh, I think I probably... Oh, I know, I just shared the link. Okay, CNN shared the following information to help keep your kids safe, which, okay. I'm going to give you the advice before I go, duh. No, wait, I already did that. To reduce the risk of infection, individuals should wash hands often with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after changing diapers. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid kissing, hugging, and sharing cups or eating utensils with people who are sick. Disinfect frequently touched surfaces such as toys and doorknobs, and stay home when feeling sick. Well, I'm thinking thank you ever so much to CNN for sharing what should be common sense. Oh, wait. Common sense died years ago. Never mind. Some agencies are also recommending the use of vitamin D, which, oh, hey, go outside, get some sunshine. Oh, wait, chemtrails, blocking sunlight. That's not going to work anymore either, is it? Damn. Well, sucks. How about, here's a novel idea. Don't let those pricks prick your kid anymore. Just say no to the vaccines. How's that sound? Okay. Faux news. Becky, you need a hug. Cyber hug, sweetheart. And I know all of my grandkids have been. Yeah. They've all been pricked, and it's really, really sad. But my daughters are starting to understand. They're starting to see. And after this last weekend with my eldest daughter, she's actually really starting to get in, especially now that she knows a lot of people in her area where she moved to in Colorado, are into essential oils. And so she's starting to really get involved in a lot of the holistic things to do and dietary changes and all that fun stuff. So my kids are learning. I just hope it's not too late for my grandkids. Although my youngest grandchild, that little man, I think, is a star child. I truly do. He sees things. And he says things that make the grown-ups around him quite uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable in a way that it's like, you're how old? And you're what? He's a smart kid. I'm keeping an eye on him, and he and I, we have chats, and he has a very serious mind for an 8-year-old. It's wonderful to watch him and to see the interactions and see you can see the wheels going in his mind. It's quite fascinating. So, okay. Oh, well, thank you, Chloe. Oh, and you're going to watch the clown show? Who's going to juggle? I know, Shitlery's going to go for the juggler. It's not quite the same. A little bit more messy. Oy. That's right, Moose. Oh, and yeah, my daughters both know. No to Gardasil. I've shared enough links with them on that to where they understand no, 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 no to Gardasil. And I've also told my granddaughters, no, do not let them do that to you. That's bad, bad juju. So, let me put this over here on the effin site, and then I will pull up the other link that goes along with this one from my pocket. It's from Humans Are Free, and it's actually the original, or it was posted in August of 2015. But it's talking about all of the holistic doctors that are dying and the connection and what they were all researching. And don't really want to spoil it, although it's really not much of a spoiler. But the connection is vaccines and what's in the vaccines and what they were doing about what was in the vaccines. And that's what's getting them killed. So, oh, Charlie Brown is coming. Charlie Brown! Oh, and I don't have TV. But I think Oh, Becky, I'm so glad that your grandbaby is an old soul. Yes. They are wonderful. They are wonderful to have, those old soul grandbabies. Okay. Let me share these two links over here on the effin site, and then I probably oughta, let's see, nothing is on tomorrow night, correct, Amundo Grimmy? But Wednesday, Vinny, are you still on Wednesday at noon with your feedback? If you are, guess what, everybody? Vinny's on at noon Central Time, Friday. With his show feedback. Oh, Grim, that is so true. Grimmy just put on here, I can only show you the door. You're the one who has to walk through it. You know, it's kind of like you can lead people to knowledge, but you can't make them think. And sadly, there's an awful lot of unthinking people out there. Which really, really, they're the ones that are making a lot of the decisions. Because, well, they're floaters. And floaters always bob to the top, don't you know? That's another reference to Bob. So, let's see. Okay. I'm going to get this other link shared. Okay, I will be back Friday evening. Yeah, I'm not taking another day off for a while here. But I'll be back Friday evening for the Grammys Rocketeer. Wait a minute here. Let me rewind that. For the Freaker Friday edition of Grammys Rocketeer. Hey, that came out a whole hell of a lot better. It almost sounded like I knew what I was talking about. And directly following me will be Demon Atrax with his Demon Atraxian tunage. So, hey. Oh, yeah. Vinny says that yes, he is. All right. Awesome, Vinny. Did you notice I remembered the name this time? Feedback. How long has it been? 3, 4, 5 weeks now. And I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes, hon. But, okay, directly following me will be Atrax with his Atraxian tunage. And then directly following him will be Grimner and Moose Girl. Yes, Grimmy, I remember that. Grimner and Moose Girl with the Freakers Ball on Friday. Wow, see? I've already had 2 Mondays this week, and obviously my Wednesday evening is just frickin' getting wackadoodled, which is not necessarily a bad thing when I think about it. Try not to think too hard because then my eyes will really fog over. So, be sure to check out both of those articles, or did I share the other one yet? Yes, I shared the Humans Are Free. Be sure to check that out because, yeah, there's some information in there that you might really, really, really need to know. So, episode 8, The Road to War. Honey, how about we just step off of that road? I'd just as soon make a U-turn and let's head the other direction, okay? Cause I don't want to go do that shit unless it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Hey, we could do that shit too. No, let's play Rock'em Sock'em Robot. That sounds a lot more fun. I really do need to find that game. That would be that would be way fun. 2 short days away. Woo! Okay. 9 weeks, 8 episodes. Wow. You know, Vinny, that almost sounds like a period. No, it's a serial. Is it like a soap opera? Okay, close, but no cigar. Speaking of cigars, you just said Hillary. Ew. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get out of here before I dig my hole so deep that I come out in China. Maybe I meant to do that. I don't know. In any case, y'all have an absolutely awesome rest of your Wackadoodle Wednesday. And thank you ever so much for tuning in, playing along, and giving me shit and making me think tonight. I truly do appreciate. You know, there is nothing wrong with exercising those gray cells. And y'all need to try it daily. Keep them thing extra them okay, them thing. Okay, I have one right now that's functioning, apparently. Keep them working though. Keep them in shape, because that's the only way